And we're back. So, dude, this is like an exciting episode.
It really is.
Even though Memorial Day isn't really a happy day, and it's not a day that we should celebrate, really, but we do want to remember those that sacrificed for us. And so, one thing that does make me happy is cooking. And when I get to cook for you guys, it just makes it that much better. So, we're cooking the ribs.
Macaroni salad.
And a blue onion.
And a refreshing drink.
And don't forget the baked potato.
Oh,
right, the baked potato.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, the baked potato. All right, sorry. So we are going to make a baked potato. That's a lot of food.
Hey, I can eat it all.
I know, I've been saving my appetizers this morning.
I know. Since
right.
1 a.m.
Since 1 a.m., right? Okay. So yeah, so these are the ingredients. These are the ribs. Okay, so this preparation recipe comes from Aaron Franklin from Aaron Franklin's Barbecue in Texas. Like I said, he opens up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, he opens up at 10 o'clock in the morning, but there's people camped out at 5 a.m. or even earlier. It depends what time of the year and how many people want some ribs. But his ribs are good. He's legit, 1,000%. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the bottom. Okay, so he likes to buy spare ribs because he likes to do all this cutting and he likes a lot of meat. But so he's gonna tell you not to buy baby back ribs. I like baby back ribs because I'm not really that good at cutting them, and I don't want to handle the meat for such a long time. I just want to get in there, get what I gotta do done, and that's it. And then besides that, when he's all done, like it looks like a baby back rib. So there's no point. But I mean, to each his own, you know, he's the barbecue master. I get it. But I'm not a barbecue master yet. So I have to deal with baby back ribs. Now, he'll also tell you not to buy St. Louis ribs. St. Louis cut is like this big giant freaking Kansas City cut rib. And I agree. They're a pain in the butt. There's all these bones everywhere. There's all this fat everywhere. You gotta cut all that off to make it beautiful and to make it work. Don't buy the St. Louis. I mean, it's gonna be cheaper at the store. It's gonna look like there's all this big hunk of meat on there, but you gotta cut all that crap off. So just don't do it. All right. So we're the first thing I did, so I got this down to a science. I washed the ribs in the sink. So the first thing I gotta do is I gotta bleach down the sink, rinse it all down, clean it, dry it out, and make sure there's nothing dirty in there. Okay. Then the bag comes with 2 membranes in the plastic. So I take the first membrane off, and that's the durable one so that it doesn't pierce the bag. So I take that off, and then I cut the bag open with my 10-inch knife. Okay. Once I get it open, I don't touch the ribs. I drop them in the sink, rinse them all off, and then I have a bag on standby that I'm gonna put all that bloody stuff in there and not let it touch anything else. Then I dump that in the trash. So once that's all done and the ribs are nice and clean, I take a paper towel, I pat them down, and I throw those in that ugly bag and throw that in the trash too. Okay? So they're nice and clean, they've been dried out, and they're like nice. Okay? So we're gonna start off from the bottom. Now, doing ribs is a dirty business, man. So the first thing that you gotta do is there's this membrane. See this ugly membrane right here? So we're gonna cut this off, and then so I have another bag on standby already for this stuff that I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so this is gone. Okay, we don't want that. It's not gonna cook, and it's not gonna be good. So what we want to do is take this membrane off. Okay, and so we're gonna end here, but we're gonna start on this side. Okay, and so we just want to get a loose piece here, and we're gonna pull that off of the back of the ribs. Now, they don't take them off at Franklin's, but the episode that he did take them off. He removes the membrane. Okay, you're gonna get better ribs when you remove the membrane because all that smoky flavor is gonna get in there. And so it takes a minute to kind of get a good piece to pull on. And you don't want to take all of the membrane off. There's a under membrane as well. Let's see. I had this beautiful piece set up already to kind of go. So I'm gonna start from the side I normally don't start on, and I'm probably gonna end up regretting it. But here we go. Okay. So basically, you're just gonna yank this sucker off. Okay. Come on, membrane, cooperate. The problem is that if you get the under membrane off, the ribs will fall out. So you just want to get that, there it goes, that really thin layer. I think somebody already pulled these off because I don't think there's anything on there. Yeah, see, there's nothing on there. I'm already hitting bone. So anyways, there's supposed to be a membrane here. You pull it off, and then this is what they look like. So if you pull off this membrane, which is what I'm fighting with, you can see the bone. Okay? If you see the bone, you did it wrong, because these are gonna fall out when you start to cook them. Okay? So now remember this little flap that we saw here? We're gonna cut that off, because yes, it can make a little tasty morsel, but it's not gonna look good when you're all done, because it's gonna burn because it's really thin. Okay, so we're just gonna square it off. All right, bam, gone. Then we're gonna flip that sucker over, and on the front of this, you want your ribs to have a little bit of fat. Okay. So see how this one is kind of just got nice, pretty fat, but we want to get rid of this stuff right here. So we want to get that off the top, and you want a little bit on there, because once you're done cooking, that's going to be your bark, and it's going to taste really good, and it's not going to be gristly, right? So we want to get rid of this stuff. My daughter does not like gristle at all, so I remove this for her anyways. But I mean, to get a nice perfect set of ribs, you want to get rid of this stuff. Okay. See, and you don't want to get all of it off of there, just enough to give it flavor and not leave a big piece of fat gristle on there. Okay. That's fine. This thing's okay. All right, see? So it's just a little thin layer now. So all that's gonna cook off in your cook once you do it. Perfect. And see, that was a lot easier than Franklin's preparation, because then now I don't have to do anything else but, you know, put my seasonings on. And so I'm gonna take a brief second to wash my hands, and here is the ingredients and the preparation. Okay, I'll be right back. And I'm back. So I washed my hands, got it all cleaned up, and so now we're gonna go over the it's not really a rub, it's more like the seasoning of the ribs. Okay, so Aaron Franklin uses olive oil, and he just kind of pours a layer on top, and that's just to hold the seasonings on. Okay, but I don't like to touch it that much, so I bought Bertolli extra virgin olive oil, and it's in the spray. So I just spray my ribs with it, and also you want just a gentle layer, not really so much a heavy coat of oil on there. Okay, there you go, just a light spray. And then I like to use onion powder, great value. So these are like 82 cents in the seasoning aisle, right? He uses salt and pepper and paprika. Okay. this is the part where I was talking about where you have a freedom to do whatever you want, because the preparation is the same. It's just that everybody has a choice to do whatever they like and the flavors that they like to taste once it's all done. So anyways, I put onion powder first, and not really heavy, just kind of a light sprinkle. And I put garlic powder because I like garlic. You gotta be careful with this one because if you do it too much, it'll coat the whole dang thing in garlic. Okay. Salt. Light coat of salt. Because I'm gonna put another ingredient in here that also has salt, and then that will be a little too much. And then pepper. And then slap your mama. So I have a friend from Louisiana, and she put me up on game on this. So slap your mama is good on anything. If you just want to put slap your mama by itself, you can put it on ribs, steaks, chicken, fish, whatever you want. This stuff is good. Make you want to slap your mama. Yes. So this one's a light coat. Okay, so remember when I told you he puts paprika in his? I put slap your mama on there because it has cayenne pepper, and that'll give me the red bark that I want on the ribs, and it'll give it a nice little kick. So he puts a lot of pepper. I like to put slap your mama. Because then there's other peppers in there that aren't pepper, right? They're not peppercorns. And that one you just do light because, like I said, there's salt in here too. And then last but not least, he doesn't do this at all. I don't know anybody else that does. I do it personally because I like the aftertaste that this gives. So this is Grill Masters from McCormick Montreal steak. I put it on everything. I don't care if it's chicken, steak, whatever. I use this as my rub. This stuff's good. Oh, brand new bottle. Let me just open this sucker up. But yeah, I've been using this a long time. So back in the day, the way that I was taught to make ribs, back home, we deep fry the rib. So they cut them up in like the rib that you're gonna eat, and they throw that sucker in a disc and they deep fry it. And they pre-season it before they deep fry it. So it's really, really good, and it has a really nice crunchy bark on the outside. The issue is that it's deep fried. So I didn't really get to taste real barbecue ribs till I started cooking them, and it took a long time to learn. So something so easy, you can mess it up really bad. So the next part is we're gonna go outside. We're gonna go on the grill, and so I don't have a smoker that I could use today because it's really hot here and we can cause a fire. But I'm gonna put the barbecue grill on, and I'm gonna show you the temperature that it's supposed to be at and how long and all that. So anyways, Montreal steak seasoning. All right. I like to start from the top, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm gonna flip it. And so I just use a baking sheet because, and I put foil on it because I don't want it to get dirty. And you're gonna see why we're gonna reuse this foil at the end. All right. Okay, so there's my Montreal steak. Then we're gonna flip that sucker. Let's see, did I get on the? Oh, I missed a whole bunch, y'all. Come on, y'all. And don't be bashful with this stuff. Just put it on. It'll stick. It'll be nice. Some salt. Slap your mama. Ah. Now I'm gonna have to wash all these containers after I'm done. Cross contamination's a burial. Alright, we're gonna flip it. We're gonna repeat the same process, okay? Garlic powder, onion salt, pepper. Salt. A little bit of salt, because remember, Slap Your Mama has a lot of salt. Slap Your Mama. One more time. A little bit of oil. And it doesn't matter if you put the oil on first or last, it's no big deal. And then Montreal steak. Montreal steak has to be last though. So there's not only rub in there, there's also little seasonings in there. And that's why I like it. I love that aftertaste of Montreal steak. Okay. And that's it. You just flip it over. And that's all. Alright? And then, last but not least, you're probably wondering what this stuff over here is doing. Okay, so, in a spray bottle, I put one part vinegar, which is half the little bottle of vinegar, and half of this apple juice. Okay? Now, you can use apple cider vinegar, you can use water, you can use vinegar by itself, you can use apple cider vinegar, whatever you want. But this is the size bottle that I use. It's like the size of an avocado. I put half apple juice, half vinegar. And what I do is, I just mist it because I want to add moisture to the ribs, because ribs don't have a lot of fat and a lot of stuff to work with. So you got to add that moisture in, okay? So we're just going to spray these so that they'll stay moist. And then what will happen is, we're going to put these on the grill for 2 hours, okay? Open. You're not going to wrap them. You're not going to do anything. The temperature is going to be 275 to 300 is your safe zone. My gas grill will go over the 275. So 300 degrees more or less, okay? And then you're going to leave them on for 2 hours. And then after that, we're going to take them off the grill, and then we're going to wrap them in foil. But before we do that, we're going to spray them again with the apple cider vinegar, right? And then we're going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce on, and then we're going to wrap them in foil. And then that's it. Alright, so we're going to pause right now, and then we're going to take again outside on the grill. Alright, see you there. Okay guys, so we're back. So what we're doing here is, we're going to cook our ribs on indirect heat. And so what that means is only part of the grill is going to be lit. So because the temperature is supposed to be at 275 to 300, I'm going to have 3 of the rows on, and the row that the ribs are sitting on off. And you see that metal bowl there? It's got water in there. So you're gonna fill a bowl of a metal bowl or anything that can sit in there, a third of the way up, and put some water in there. Plenty of water. You don't want the water right now. And so that keeps your ribs moist as they're cooking. And then we're just gonna close the lid for 2 hours, and then we'll be back in 2 hours, and we're gonna check on them, and then we're gonna wrap them in foil. But I'll open it back up after 2 hours, and I'll show you that process when we get there, okay? And so we'll be right back. Okay, so we're in the last phase of this cook. And so what's gonna happen is, now you see this nice little crust that we got going on here? This is the color that you want when these things are almost ready, okay? So we're 2 hours in. So what's gonna happen now is, we're gonna get these guys moist again. This is our vinegar and apple juice mixture, half and half, remember? Okay, we're just gonna get them moist. And I'm gonna flip them. There's one nice sear on there. And at the back moist. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce on there. I happen to like Masterpiece, but you can put whatever you like, and if you like to make it homemade, that's up to you too. So I'm just going to give them a light coat. And then I'm going to wrap them. So while they're getting a nice little sear on the opposite side, I'm just going to coat them with barbecue sauce. And I guarantee you that when these are done, they're gonna fall off the bone. And all the flavor will be cooked into the meat. So preparation is the key on this one, guys, and patience. So I didn't open this thing one time for 2 hours. I just let them cook. So I'm at 300 degrees all the way through my cook. And you don't have to like empty the whole bottle on there, because this is just for the finish, okay? When you're done, you can put as much as you want on there. But this is just so that it can get the flavor of the barbecue. Because barbecue sauce has a lot of sugar. And the problem with that is it'll make your ribs burn. So you don't want that. Okay? So there's the bottom half. I'm going to flip them back over. Okay? Now I'm going to do the top. Now these are nowhere near being done, okay? If you were to eat these right now, they'd probably be like eating shoe leather. It's slow and slow. It takes a lot of patience. A lot of love. So it took me a long time to learn that, because I wanted everything fast right now. So we tried everything from boiling them and Uncle Mario. But the problem, okay, so boiling works, okay? The problem with boiling is that it cooks the flavor right out of it. And so you'd have to put some kind of a seasoning in there, like you're making a soup, to get that flavor back into your ribs. And even then, you're not going to get like a barbecue taste. It'll just be like whatever soup flavor you added in there. So you could put like chicken bouillon and that will work, but if you want them quick. But it's not the same, man. I mean, they're a work of art once they're done. And we could probably cook them open all the way through. But what'll happen is they'll dry out. And then they'll fall off the bone still, but they'll be nice and dry. And you don't want that. You want nice, moist ribs. What do you think, lovely assistant? Anything you think we should add?
No, everything looks actually beautifully perfect. What I would like to try is, though, the next time we make something like this, I would like to try maybe some white sauce.
Ooh, the white barbecue sauce. That's a good idea. Okay, so the white barbecue sauce in itself is a work of art. So 2 works of art. I don't know. I think with pork, guys, you're starting some trouble. So like if you want to take somebody's man away, you show up with some ribs with some white sauce, man, that fool's coming home with you. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move them over to our foil and we're going to wrap them. And then we're going to spray them again with a little bit more vinegar and apple juice so that they'll be moist in there. Okay, watch out. I'm moving. Okay, so we're just going to spray them. Let me get a better shot here. Sorry guys, I gotta move you. Okay. So we're gonna spray them. But we want to keep that moisture in there. And then we're gonna wrap them. Like a burrito. Remember I told you we're going to reuse that foil? There you go. There's my love burrito right there. And we're going to throw it right back on the same spot. Now they're gonna go back on 2 more hours, 300 degrees. Okay, so we'll be back in another 2 hours, and then we're gonna eat them. day.
Long journey.
Yeah, but I think it was well worth it. We made onion rings instead of the blooming onions.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a good experience with that. But we did film some onion rings you saw in the other parts of the series. And we did some macaroni salad. And everybody pretty much knows how to make macaroni salad. And if you don't, comment and then we'll make an episode with that. And this is our baked potato, which Gabby helped us make. And now for the taste test.
Yep.
Oh, wait. We can't forget the man above. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this meal we're about to receive. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Ready?
Ready? So, we just want to say that, we just want to really say that, we're happy that the food is all here and it's all prepped and stuff. But yeah. Run for water, Griffin?
We want to thank all of those people who sacrificed for us so that we can have this dinner freely and not have to worry about nothing. We can eat pork. And we're grateful for those who sacrificed for us and continue to sacrifice. And we thank you all.
It's very delicious.
I'm trying ribs.
Not yet.
I gotta try them ribs.
What was your favorite part about it? I think we got a winner.
I love how barbecue it is. Like how glossy it is. Like I actually like it.
I like how soft the meat is and how juicy.
How tender it is.
Tender. Alright guys. Happy Memorial Day. And thank you for joining us and thank you for your support. We appreciate it. Please follow us on Facebook at On The Menu Cooking with Roger and Gaby. And on Facebook, or on YouTube. Not Facebook, YouTube. On The Menu Cooking with Roger and Gaby. And we'll see you next time. Please subscribe.
Please.